Like I had somebody message me personally saying I had a heart attack at 28 years old because I was doing the carnivore diet for 2 years.
Is it easy to be a vegan in Cyprus actually?
It's trending now. Every restaurant is incorporating into their menus vegan choices.
130,000 followers. How did you get there?
Like with exercise, like with anything in life, with business, you have to be consistent. I don't want to have a boss. I want to be my own boss, develop my own business as a coach, personal trainer who helps people basically to become the healthiest version of themselves. I like to tell people you will look good naked. I don't want to put money as the top, thing in my list.
Some things in your business have to be automated.
People who pay the least amount of money want the most out of this money they spend. But people who spend a lot of money is people who believe in your service and they're not going to be there. Oh, I just spent 300 euro. I need to make sure I make every single cent count.
Welcome to one more episode of Profit Pixels. It's our first episode in English because we have here Miguel. Hello, Miguel.
Hello, guys. Nice to be here.
Effie, how do you feel about doing an English podcast?
Well, it's my first time, though I'm doing a lot of seminars or workshops in English.
So why do we have Miguel here? I was in a vegan festival in Samadismenos. You were giving a lecture about muscle growth and being vegan, isn't it?
Correct, yes.
Tell us a bit more about you.
I've been vegan for 9 years, as since I was at the festival. And I'm half Portuguese, half Cypriot. I've been born in Portugal, but raised in Cyprus. So my mother is Portuguese and my father is Cypriot. And I grew up in Cyprus, essentially going to school, did 2 years of army, and then I studied in the UK, business and management. But after that, after working in a few office jobs, I decided that this is not for me. So I want to, I don't want to have a boss. I want to be my own boss. And that's when in 2019, I developed my own business as a coach, like a personal trainer, coach who helps people basically to become the healthiest version of themselves. I like to tell people, you will look good naked if you work with me. That's always nice to hear, I think.
That's a good USP. What do you think?
Well, my question is why you veganism?
So I've been vegan for 9 years, like I said. It was 2015, where I was watching a couple documentaries. There are a few documentaries that show basically how the animals are treated in the slaughterhouses and the environmental impact, and it really resonated with me. I thought to myself, I've always been an animal lover. I would walk, I would not step on ants on purpose since I was a kid. I would try to grab the spiders and throw them out instead of killing them. So I've always been an animal lover. And then I thought to myself, I'm doing all these things. I love animals. I have pets. So why do I choose to help these animals, but my eating choices to kill other animals, like the pigs and the chickens and the cows? So I thought it doesn't make sense. And of course, anybody who wants to go vegan always thinks, but how am I going to survive on this diet? How am I going to be healthy? So I thought, I will do some research. I also did a course about nutrition, and then I understood it's very easy and doable. And since then, it's been, I think, the best decision of my life. And that's why I'm still vegan after 9 years.
Nice. So you became a vegan, and after 5 years, you said, okay, this works well with me. I want to make other people follow this because it makes good, and I can actually make it a business.
Yeah, I was always into exercising. I was always, since 15 years old, going to the gym. I did, taekwondo, boxing. I was always into sports, and vegan just came as a added, let's say, another thing. Because I was also eating pretty healthy before. I wasn't, eating burgers and pizza and fries. I was still eating a healthy diet. So I transitioned to veganism not because of my health, just to explain it this way, just because it made sense to me in terms of the impact it will have on the world. And I think anybody who is vegan watching this always thinks, oh, if only the whole world was vegan. So I guess this is my effort in trying to make people understand how easy and healthy it can be, and by helping others to either become vegan or who are already vegan but want to make sure they stick to it by knowing how to eat and how to exercise.
Okay, can I structure this a bit?
Structure it, yes, tell us.
Okay, what are your services, first of all?
So it's a coaching program that I offer, and it's basically a holistic approach. There is nutrition, exercise, but also the mindset around how to be a healthy human being. And this is basically my main, let's say, business. It's this coaching program that I offer.
I'm not going to stuck on the business thing now. I'm going to throw the ball on Panos in order to explore, how you develop the business and being a content creator and also being able to build your business online. So, Pano, I'm going to throw the ball to you in order to ask the right questions in order to determine how the content creation actually helped the company.
Okay, so when I went to your profile, I was like, whoa, 130,000 followers. I'm like, how did he blew up? He's from Cyprus and okay, you speak English. That's a big part of you becoming a global influencer. I'm not going to say influencer, creator. I'm going to say creator, but more or less, yes. But okay, 130,000 followers. How did you get there? Like, what happened?
So people think there is, a magic way, or some people think you need to use apps, to buy followers, but I never did any of that. It was just, hard work and consistency. Like with exercise, like with anything in life, with business, you have to be consistent. I was posting 4, 5, 6 times a week, and now it didn't stop since 2019. And it just naturally grew, just by non-stop posting. And of course, I'm not just posting whatever I want. I'm trying to post things that are related to veganism, fitness, health, some comedy in there. And over time, I found, what works best. And I understood also what I want to speak about. Because I think if you are a content creator or doing something, for your business, if you are not passionate about that, it's going to show, at some point. And you might not be as, let's say, excited, and it will show. So you might not be doing extra research, going the extra mile. So if you are passionate about what you're doing, I think it will show, and it will naturally attract a lot of people.
Okay, so there was no like a specific content that make you blew up. It was about like doing something every week or every 2 days. How often were you doing it in order to grow so quickly?
Well, it's it took a lot of time. I got 100,000 followers like 1 year ago. So after 4 years of consistently doing it,
Okay.
it was a very small growth over time, and there wasn't one piece of content, one specific thing that brought a lot of people. It was just non-stop, like every day in these stories, which requires a lot of time and effort, and you need to think what you're gonna post and put the phone there and then cut it and edit it. So it's a lot of hours and hours and hours of work. And I was even editing my own videos in the past. Now I have my own video editor because I cannot keep up, do everything. And there was no secret, just do it for a long period of time.
Nice. So you didn't stop. You were just doing it, and you saw the followers growing at some point, but you didn't stop. Did you know that you want to do this?
Well, I think I started it just before COVID. So it was, maybe it was luck too, because after 3 months, COVID hit, and then everybody wanted to do this remote. Everybody wanted to have a remote coach, trainer. They were doing home workouts, and it was easier to do it online, I think, since COVID. And I think, that was my purpose, I would say. I think I always liked helping people. And since this is something that I enjoy, I've been training and eating healthy and all these things for so many years, and now I can help others. For me, the most rewarding thing is just to see the results and, the things people tell me. Like as every business, I have a place where people leave reviews, and I always love going and reading, even reading past reviews and kind of reminding myself why I'm doing this. Like people write an entire paragraph, because it's not just about eating healthy and getting six-pack. It's not that vague. It's when you get healthier, when you lose weight, when you feel better, you're also a better spouse, maybe a better parent, better at your work, you sleep better, your health improves, your libido might go up. So it's so many different things that are a byproduct of just, health and vegan and fitness. People think health and fitness is just to look good, but it goes way beyond that, in my opinion.
How did you get your first client?
Well, I started with very low prices. I think some people even start for free in the beginning, which I think makes sense. But I started with very low prices, and I just gave him my 110%. And then he brought his brother, and then I found a third one, another lady. So it started just like that.
So it was the social media and then word to mouth, something? No?
Yes, it was social media. I was on Instagram, posting for many months with no clients, and then the first one appeared, and the second one. And I think it's a combination of word of mouth, but mostly I would say is just follower growth and to build a relationship with somebody through Instagram, because even though I don't know the names and the lives of people who follow me, I mean, they build a relationship with me through Instagram. And I have many clients who came to me and told me, I've been following you for 3 years and now I want to work with you. So they build this trust over time.
So it's a compound effect that came after some time. Like you've been doing content creation, somebody was getting the value, but at some point he said, okay, I'm not going to be a follower anymore, I'm going to be a customer, I believe in him.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Nice.
I think this relationship of coach or trainer, nutritionist is the same like, a therapist. It's like you want to like the person, not just, how they look like or the results other people got. You want to like their character, because there are other people doing what I do that are more, I'd say, aggressive in their approach. If you don't do this, I'm going to kick you out of the program. Or why you ate pizza last night? Tomorrow you need to go on the treadmill and run for 1 hour. I don't do that because I don't think it works. And anyway, I attract the people who like this more, let's say, I don't want to call it soft approach, but like this approach that it's not, let's say, punishing them when they do something.
It's people-centric approach, actually.
Yes, a more sensible, let's say.
It's not this only macho, like when you see on the Instagram, there's some guys, you have to work up, you are not you shouldn't, like this kind of stuff. Yes, like a soldier style.
Yeah.
Yes, for some people it works.
That's why I have mostly women who follow me and who are my clients.
Okay, so your client is mostly women.
It's like 70%.
Okay.
And my followers also around 70% women.
Oh, nice. And what is the about ethnicities, countries? Do you know?
It's mostly United States, and then mostly English-speaking countries. So United States, UK, Australia, Canada are the main four, and then Portugal because I'm from Portugal, and Spain and Cyprus, Greece also. Now recently I started seeing more people from here.
You're the only one managing that?
Yes. I only have a video editor for the videos, but 95%.
So you're the only one that is responding to queries. You're the only one in preparing the... Okay, that's a lot, I'm guessing. So you haven't thought since today, to, bring other people in your team, no?
I have thought about it, bring somebody who, like let's say another coach. I would be the head coach and they're another coach or an assistant, or I even have the job description ready. But so far, I'm managing well and I find time and energy to push my clients, and I only accept a few clients. I don't have a lot of clients. So I have a few that I want to pay 100% of my attention to, and if it works, I keep it. When I find myself, maybe if I have a baby in the near future and I have more responsibilities and I don't have as much time, maybe yes, I will hire somebody. But for now, it's working.
Because what I'm thinking is like you have a ceiling in what you can earn. If your business is just limited to your available time, you have a ceiling. Are you okay with that, or you haven't thought of that yet?
Well, I think of it as sky's the limit, because with online, like we were talking about before the podcast started, like I have some, let's say, products that bring me passive income that I created once, and they keep generating income, every month. Of course, it's a very small amount, but it's something that I do zero effort for 4 years now, and I make a few €100 per month, let's say, from this, which is something. And recently, actually, just 6 days ago, I launched my group coaching. So I call it affordable coaching. So it's 1/6 of the price of my regular coaching, but you get less, obviously, because you pay a very small price per month. So you still get access to the application, because everything I do is in the application, but I don't have calls with you. We don't talk every day. We only talk once a week. I send you like a check-in form and you tell me if everything is okay once a week. And the programs are also not tailored, not personalized. So I'm not going to sit and ask every person in the group coaching, what do you like? What do you don't like? How many times a day can you eat? How many times a week can you cook? All these different things. The meal plans and workout plans, let's say, for these people who are in the affordable coaching are more vague. It's just, here are the calories that you need. Here is the workout that you can do at home, at the gym, for example, but it's not so personalized. And this way I can increase my clientele, but with not putting, as much effort as if I were to, onboard this one-on-one, let's call it VIP clients.
Yeah. So you automated a certain service, which is, I think, is your recipes. I think.
The product, yes, it's
Yes.
a meal plan.
Yeah, it's a
7
meal
day.
plan. So you automated that. Then we have the groups where you can onboard more clients with less effort.
Yes,
And then we have the one-to-one.
yes,
Okay. And everything goes by you anyway.
yes.
But it's okay because it's high ticket kinda. So it's like you want to give your energy there 100% because it's where you see the biggest growth also, like the change.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Several people,
Yes.
what they did is actually the brand with the one that you're going to speak, I mean, in written, like in emails or messaging. You think that you're talking to me, but it's somebody else on my team, and they're following like a guidance how they're responding in order. When I step in, you're gonna think that it's me. It's my tone, it's my lingo, it's everything. So this is what they did in order, because people they want personalization. They need special care, and if they think that you are the one that is giving them priority, they're gonna come to you eventually. So, just another thought in the air.
Well, I've seen actually people, other coaches who do this, and
Yeah.
I am really against this because
Why?
if you're pretending to be, me, let's say, and you're my assistant and you're typing, it's not going to be me. It's not going to be the same. Even if I train you, I give you exactly the responses, and you know me well. And I am a very honest person. Maybe too honest to the point where it's affecting me negatively sometimes. But if you go to this, I've done a lot of research of other people who offer exactly what I offer, and none of them have 100% 5-star reviews. None of them, except me. And if you go to my Facebook page, I have 98%. There is only one review from somebody I actually never worked with. It's like somebody,
Like a bot.
a troll or whatever. It's whatever. But
Maybe a competitor anyway.
Yeah.
Who knows?
it was somebody on Instagram who was telling me some
Okay.
like bad things, and I responded back, and then he got angry and went and wrote a bad review. And I responded, we never worked together, so
Okay.
this is not about your review is not about my business anyway.
Yeah.
Let's remove that. The rest is all 5 stars. I never had anybody who went and wrote a bad review. And if you go to these coaches, you will always find a few reviews. I actually seen one recently of somebody saying, I was talking to somebody on Instagram and I thought it was XYZ coach, and it was actually his assistant, and I felt manipulated. And I think, of course, I am a business owner. I want to make money. I want to buy a house. I want to retire earlier. I want to have passive income, but I also want to make sure I offer a good value for what people are paying. I had a recent client of mine who we stopped working together. He was a high ticket client, and now he wants to start working with me on the group coaching. And he said, I just lost my job, Miguel, and I think I want to sign up for your one-on-one coaching just for 1 month. And if I was, somebody who's only money driven, I would say, yes, let's do it, blah, blah, just so I can get a lot of money. Instead, I told him, you lost your job. My one-on-one coaching is X amount. So I think it's better you start with group coaching, and then maybe if you can find a job, we can. So I genuinely like to help people. And of course, I want to make money at the same time. But I am very transparent about my prices. I charge half or 1/4 even of what competitors charge, because I think you shouldn't pay $1,000 per month for coaching. I think it's ridiculous, and a lot of people are charging these prices. I charge much less than that because I think it's not that it's less valuable. It's that this is something that is reasonable for people, and it's enough for me. And this is how I live my life by anyway. I don't want to put money as the top thing in my list.
You choose your battles anyway.
Also, the vegan. It's like a purpose. There is the veganism as a purpose also. So you really need to have a close relationship with the one-to-one. I believe. Like,
yes.
If you put an assistant there, like it will be easily.
Well, I don't
The
know.
assistant can be on the group, I believe, more or less, like help. But like if you
Maybe,
manipulate a person on. Like I wouldn't like to pay like let's say a high ticket price and then I understand that I'm not even speaking with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay, I understand
You like
that.
the automations.
Yeah, I like
Yes.
the automations a lot. You know, I get it that you want to be close to your clients, and this is what I truly believe for myself too, because I like being hands-on the job, hands-on with the clients, and understand their needs and their purpose and all of this stuff. But still, some things in your business have to be automated in order for you to be able to focus, to have a better focus on the value that you are delivering. Because then you're spread too thin on all of the processes, and then you're losing your value or your product's
I agree.
value.
That's why I already automated a lot of processes before. I was doing the meal plans very manually. It was taking me hours just to do one meal plan. And now I use a software. I just need to see, okay, this is the amount of calories he needs or she needs. Here is your meal plan and workout plan. And that's it. I have automated messages that go to them from the app. So I don't like type it one by one. Here is your meal plan. Here is your meal plan. No, it's like bam, 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 everything automatically. But for one-on-one, I don't do that at all. Like I send the email myself. I don't copy paste the email. I write exactly what they ask me to. I say I can help you with this, which is exactly what you said you need help with. So it's much more, let's say, time consuming because it's, I think, worth
It's
it.
more personalized anyway.
I think Effie got scared a bit because of the 130,000 followers. She's like, okay, so many people are sending him messages. He's losing business. How is it like having 130,000 people following you? That means like there's a lot of prospects. I don't think they can lead not most of them are leading to a customer. But
Yes.
how many people are like sending messages, and is like a big thing to handle, or is just like the number follows you just for the content creation and they just want to follow in?
I think a majority of people, they don't want to spend money on anything.
Yeah.
On as little things as possible, let's
True.
say. But I do have, if you go to my message requests, there is hundreds of messages that I didn't even open because, I think it's not natural for a human being to be talking with 100 people in one day. Like imagine you are in this office and 100 people pass by here and they ask you a question, like, so how do I get enough protein? Then like this, he closed the door. The next guy comes, I hate you. Okay, bye-bye. Then the third guy comes and you cannot
Yes.
keep up. Your brain just goes, the emotions you get from, it's positive emotion, negative emotion, somebody's trying to argue with me, somebody's telling me something nice, so I cannot answer every single message I get, and unfortunately. And in my experience, people who ask a lot of questions about whatever they need help with, they don't become a client. It's like they want to, let's say, milk as much information out of you as possible without paying a cent for it. Because this is, I think, true in business. It's the people who pay the least amount of money want the most out of this money they spend. And the people who spend a lot of money is people who believe in your service and they're not going to be there, oh, I just spent 300 euro. I need to make sure I make every single cent count. And the people who spend the less amount of money, they will really ask you a lot of things. And I spend a lot of hours, let's say, I'm not going to say wasted. I still helped these people, but I spent a lot of hours answering to DMs from people over the years that they never ended up becoming a client. And I realized the client will come to me and I don't need to convince anyone. Unfortunately, nowadays, coaches are really this, they have this approach where even if you just click follow on somebody on Instagram, you will receive a message immediately automatically.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw you followed me. Do you want
Why are you here?
Yeah,
Are
something.
you here for the content or yeah? I know.
And I think it's it's too much. People are not on Instagram because they want to buy something. The main reason people go on social media is to be entertained, right? They don't go because it's not LinkedIn, for example.
It's not a marketplace
Yes.
eventually.
Yes, so.
You are really entertaining on Instagram. So tell me how you come up with some of the scripts.
Well, I don't, copy from anybody, to be honest. It's just, I think if you ask my wife, I make her laugh a lot. So I'm genuinely, I think, funny guy. I think.
Okay.
I like the type of family guy, let's say, jokes, which a lot of people don't like. And it comes naturally to me. I mean, I have a wig that I bought. I wear the wig sometimes. I call myself Miguelina instead of Miguel. And I do some stupid things there. Miguelina is the female character, and Mike is the male macho idiot character. I put like the sunglasses and the hat, and like a hat like it's the army kind of hat, to mimic like a stupid macho guy. And I just, I think it's very easy to make fun, not to make fun.
Of stereotypes.
Yes, of stereotypes, but also to, let's say, debunk, information that you see online, because
Yeah.
there was actually a study done recently that said 95% of information about health online, TikTok or Instagram, is 95% is wrong.
Oh.
So it's very easy to pick, oh, here is somebody saying a stupid thing, so let me correct him, but in a funny way. So this is usually how I do it. You have these people saying, the carnivore diet, only eat meat and you will be the healthiest possible. And it's very easy to debunk what they're saying with actual science and
You
research.
just opened the door now, though. Like, there is this famous daughter of Peterson that she says she only eats meat and it's the healthiest thing ever. Is that can be true?
I think it's a very dangerous diet. I mean,
Okay.
people don't feel the plaque building up in their arteries from the cholesterol rising. So they think I feel good. Usually what happens is whenever you go on a new diet, if you're going to cut out junk food, like you stop eating French fries, burgers, pizza, you stop ordering, you stop drinking, you of course are going to lose weight. And as a result, you will feel better. Your blood markers will improve also if you lose weight. Like it just happens, whatever diet you follow. I can just eat McDonald's every day, but if I eat less calories than I need and I lose weight, my cholesterol might go down, my blood pressure will go down, my everything will go down, glucose. And people think, this diet is the best because I feel good. No, it's because you lost weight, and wait until you do it for 9 years and then tell me you feel good. I do it for 9 years, my blood tests are always perfect. So it's, in my opinion, a very dangerous diet, because if you, ask a lot of people that did this diet, there is even an Instagram page, carnivore something, don't remember the name, but there is like true stories of people who did this diet and had severe health issues. Like I had somebody message me personally saying I had a heart attack at 28 years old because I was doing the carnivore diet for 2 years and my cholesterol went so high, I had a heart attack, 28. Now, tell me this is a healthy diet now. If somebody has a heart attack at 28, it doesn't mean it's a healthy diet. So I think it's a very dangerous.
Yeah, if somebody sees you, he's going to say how much meat is he eating, because you look a bit like a bodybuilder, like one level before going. So 9 years, no meat at all.
Yes, not even just meat.
Not milk.
Fish, dairy, eggs,
Nothing.
Chicken, nothing.
Like when I said one time to my gym trainer that it's fasting time and I don't want to eat. He's like, you're gonna lose so much weight. Just don't do it. And he made me scared, so I didn't start fasting, because I was like, I wanted to bulk, so I didn't. And then I see people like 9 years of not eating meat and milk and nothing, and you're like this. So what you doing? What is the secret of being like this? Like in a short form. I know it's a huge science for you, but in short, how can somebody be like this without meat at all?
Well, if you think about it, the human needs protein, doesn't need meat specifically. It needs protein, needs calcium, omega-3. We need these nutrients. We don't need the specific source of these nutrients. And these nutrients can be found in many different ways. So instead of meat, you can eat tofu, or lentils or beans. So it's just a matter of eating enough calories in general, so you don't lose, a lot of weight, for example, and eating a variety of foods. So not just, I don't know, when people think I'm going to go vegan, they think we only eat salads, and I don't know what else, bread and rice. But there is 300,000 edible plants in the world. So it's like 95% of the food available on Earth is plant-based.
Okay.
5% is the animals we eat, let's say. So you just have to open your horizon a bit, be a bit more open-minded and do some research. If you cannot figure it out, work with somebody professional who will help you to teach you how to eat. And it's not just your diet, it's you have to exercise. Whether you eat carnivore or vegan, you have to exercise at the same time. So it's very simple, at least in my head, but I think it's very complicated for a lot of people. So it's you have to come to a professional, or you have to figure it out, do a research and figure it out yourself.
Sorry. No.
Yes, in a Suvla country, like we are in Cyprus, like everybody wants to eat meat. Do you think there is some alternatives here in Cyprus? Something that is it easy to be a vegan in Cyprus? Actually, vegan.
If you go to any ψισταριά, you have louvi, you have φασόλια γίγαντες, you have φαγές, you have ρεβίθκια, you have πουρκούρι, κουπέπια, you patates, λαχανικά. So for anybody who understand, I'm talking about Cypriot food. So it's a lot of beans and rice and potatoes and vegetables. So even if you want to eat traditional food, there are a lot of food you can enjoy. Now, of course, it's not the same as eating souvla. It's completely different taste and texture. But, nowadays, it's 2024. You can go to any major supermarket in Cyprus and there is all these burgers and sausages and vegan pizzas and stuff, which are not the healthiest things, but they help you when you are craving something. I crave meat. Instead of eating the animal, I will eat this alternative. Once, twice a week, let's say. And if you learn how to cook, because you have to learn how to cook if you are a vegan. You cannot just rely on. I will just bake the tofu and with some rice. It's not going to be very nice. So you have to learn a little bit how to manage
Some
tastes, with herbs, spices, condiments.
Okay. And what about? Do you know this Cyprus company, Mighty
Kitchen.
Kitchen?
I'm a friend with the owner, George.
Okay. How do you feel about this company? What is it doing? Is it good for vegans?
I think it's very good because it's one of the few that has very low fat and saturated fat and oil and salt. Because if you look at all these Beyond Meat, all these different alternatives, they have a lot of fat, a lot of oil, a lot of salt, the vegan ice creams and all these things, a lot of sugar. So that's why I said they're not the healthiest. But there are these few products you can find, like Mighty Kitchen. I think we are very lucky to have it in Cyprus because it tastes very good. I don't know if you ever tried it. It's pretty much same, like the real thing. And it's high in protein, high in fiber, low in saturated fat. So in my opinion, it's even healthier than the meat because the meat has a lot of fat, saturated fat. It has also dietary cholesterol. So it's not really something you want to eat a lot. And this alternative has much less. So you can eat the thing that tastes pretty much the same and be healthier. So I see that, a win-win.
Okay, let me change the dynamics of the conversation from nutrition
Yes.
Okay,
to
let's go
cost-wise, okay?
Okay.
So how about the cost? Like if I'm keeping a diet or I'm going to go to restaurants later
Yes.
because I'm an F&B financial strategist. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. So what about cost? Is it cost efficient for me to be vegan rather than, I like my steaks, by the way, so there is nothing to convince me to dish my steaks, but cost-wise, what's in for me, if I go vegan?
So if you eat vegan, I'm not saying you should be eating these alternatives, Mighty Kitchen, Beyond Burgers, every day. Of course, the bill will go up. But if you ask any of my clients I ever work with hundreds of clients, they will all tell you the same thing. Miguel, since I started working with you, I spend much less on groceries because the basis of the vegan diet is not these alternatives, these products, these processed foods. It's the beans, the whole grains, the fruits, the vegetables, and us, the seeds. Olive oil, tomato sauce, herbs and spices, bread, these things are extremely cheap if you know where to find them and if you want to cook. So if you want to always eat, ready food, pizzeria, of course, you're going to spend more money. But if you are willing to cook a few times a week, you're going to spend very little money. And then you have the little bit more expensive things that you can buy, but you don't use them every day. Like you can buy, soy milk or tofu or, these kind of alternatives. Maybe Mighty Kitchen, it's a good one. But 90% of your diet is made up from these. Everybody who is watching knows these foods are extremely cheap, at least in Cyprus, in Middle East, Mediterranean countries.
Okay. Therefore, as I referred, I'm a financial strategist and I work with restaurants, okay? And nowadays, for a couple of years, there is a trend of, vegan. It's not a trend. It's here to stay. It's a way of life, okay? And they are introducing into their menus vegan choices. Some of them are lower cost than the meat-based choices, and some of them are higher cost. It depends. But then the question is, why you haven't thought yet of, giving advice to restaurants or pizzerías or whatever. It's going to be higher ticket for you, I do believe. And it's trending now. Every restaurant is incorporating into their menus vegan choices. So you haven't thought of that?
No, to be honest, never. Because it's true, though, what you're saying. They're incorporating vegan choices that don't taste good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I was living in Portugal for 6 years, and in Portugal, every week, it was a new vegan restaurant opening. It's like hundreds. It's amazing. And I was really, enjoying the food there. I had the best pizza I had in my life, and it was vegan. But in Cyprus, it's like, I have my birthday tomorrow, by the way, and I'm thinking, where should I go and eat? Here, there, It's like I can make it better at home.
Is it your birthday tomorrow?
Yes.
Happy birthday!
So I was thinking where to go, and it's like I'm not really excited. So in Cyprus, there is a huge gap, I think. But at the same time, the market is very small for vegans. I mean, in Portugal, I had so many people, in the street recognize me, who follow me, who are vegan, because there's so many people there who are vegan. And here it's like very small. So I think that's why businesses in the restaurants, they don't make a lot of effort. And for example, I had tofu in a restaurant once in Limassol, and it tasted disgusting because they just didn't cook it at all. They cut it into cubes and throw it on top of a salad. What are you doing? And
it's the worst.
Yes.
Yeah, I
and
know.
then people think the tofu is bad and they don't eat it, even though tofu can taste amazing. But yeah, this is something I haven't thought, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's a small market in Cyprus. I mean, the vegan market in Cyprus is small. The customer base is still small.
Yes.
But it's going to grow over the years. I mean, the statistics are saying that the vegan industry is going to grow and grow and grow. Therefore, I mean, if you are introducing, like in the early stages, your services, and this goes by for many companies, if they're introducing their services at early stages, then it's going to be easier for them to prevail into the market rather than entering the market where it's almost oversaturated. But I mean, for Portugal, let's say, because that the industry is even bigger. It's just a thought. I mean, if you know that they can use your services and there's a market there, I mean, why not?
It's a good idea. I mean, what I will do in a few months, I don't know exactly when, is I'm going to do a cooking class with a friend of mine on vegan food, how to prepare all these foods. But the restaurant business, I mean, it could be, a good future idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we gave him you like more sources of income.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
put one more.
more revenue streams for you. Yeah.
Can I ask something? What is some two questions I have left? One, more business side. Was all of these following, or like your customers, everything like you have 100,000 followers and you have all of these customers that you're helping? Was this all organic, or you paid for some advertising?
I paid when I had 3,000 followers, 1,000.
Okay.
For an app that was basically texting and commenting everywhere. And it was a stupid thing to do because Instagram can block you if you do these things, if you use these third-party apps. But I only did it to help me to go from 1,000 to 3,000. I paid €100 or whatever, €200. Then I thought, okay, no, I'm not going to do this anymore. But since 3,000, it's all organic, yes.
Okay, and what are the expenses of a digital online business to keep up with it? You have an application, you are paying for some emails, somebody that wants to get into the coaching business.
I think it's much less than if you would rent a space, and buy equipment, of course.
Like what we have here.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's all digital, like you said. I have, I don't know, countless of apps I pay for every month. And every month is €10 here, 20, 50, 60 there. But the main app is the coaching app. I mean, where it's the workout programs, the clients are there.
Is it yours?
No, it's not mine. No,
You are part of a...
I pay for it, yes.
Yeah.
For like, I have now 50 seats, let's say. I pay for 50 seats. You can increase and pay more. And then it's the website. It's good to have a website, I think, a professional website. You pay for a website builder and the email to have your own, domain. And that's pretty much it. It's a few hundred, let's say, euro per month. And the video editor. If you want to delegate something, you also have the video editor.
You need a video editor. If you need to put more than 2 videos per week in the...
Yes, I tried going to Adobe Premiere myself. I like it, but it takes me ages, to make one video, and I don't like in the end.
Yes,
it's amateur,
Better it comes from somebody else.
Professional. Yes.
Delegation is amazing. And one last question I have: how is the routine of a digital business owner, vegan and building muscle guy. So you are putting all together. You are creating food. You are speaking with clients. You are
content.
creating content, and then you are opening up this. You are having an app. How is your routine? How do you keep up with all of this?
And we also help stray cats with my wife. We
Yes,
go
I
and
forgot about
we
this.
feed a bunch of cats. We have now 2 cats in our home in 2 separate rooms, so we cannot enter these rooms. It's chaos. But I mean, it's of course it's a bit. I don't want to say chaotic, but it's a lot of things. Every day I use this app called Trello, if you know it, with to-do list.
Project management.
Yes, and I have a to-do list every day, and it's like some days it's like 20 things I need to do, and sometimes I don't finish them because it's a lot of things. But I mean, I wake up, I have my coffee, I sit on the computer, and I work, as much as possible. And I always find time to exercise, once per day. Sometimes we go and walk because I think it's good to get out also. But it's pretty much most day just sitting, on the chair, on the computer. Even though you think I'm a trainer, I'm always, exercising and doing group classes or whatever. But it's actually whole day you are like that.
Okay, so most of the digital business owners have the same life. But how do you keep sane with all of these things, like creator and because creativity takes a lot of your brain cells, I believe, from the day. So how do you have like a specific day? Today is for content. Or to be honest, comes up to you?
No, it's like random, completely random. My editor says, if you can, please tell me on the weekend so I can prepare for the next week, but I never do it. I'm always just whatever comes at whatever time. But okay, with my business, I do have a schedule. So on Fridays, I upload the meal plans. On Mondays, I send videos to everybody. So there is some procedure, of course.
So somebody starting in the coaching business now, not especially only for vegan and muscle building, whatever coaching it is, what is the first things you think they have to do, the first 3 steps, let's say, that somebody needs to do in order to get to a level like you, to start going to that journey?
It's what I tell my clients: consistency and patience. You have to expect that it's going to take a long time to get where you want to be, because success doesn't happen overnight, and I still don't consider myself as successful as I would like to be, so there's always room for improvement. And consistency in terms of you need to figure out what you have to do and do it every day, not think, oh, today I'm not feeling it, because as a business owner, everybody knows if you don't do it, nobody will, and it's going to just come back and haunt you after later in the week. If you don't finish by Friday, on Friday night you are there like quickly. And I think having some boundaries, it's important too. Like in the beginning, I was working always weekends. I was working until 10 at night. And for many years now, I cut it for 3-4 years already. I stopped this. On the weekends, I disconnect and see you Monday morning. And at nights, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. maximum, that's it. I go offline and that's it. So I would say be consistent with what you do. Be patient and have boundaries, I would say.
Boundaries in order to have your health.
Like a good work-life balance. Yeah.
Love it.
For me, it was a pleasure anyway. I think we should finish this conversation, unfortunately. You should talk with Panos because he doesn't have any boundaries. I mean, whenever I'm calling him, he's on a laptop and working. Like, he's sending me text like 1 o'clock at night. Yeah. Like, what is he doing? And it was a pleasure. I think there's a lot of potential in your industry. And I really hope that you're growing your revenue streams slowly and steadily. And thank you for being with us today.
Where can people follow you? Where can people find you?
So if you type in any platform you can imagine, Miguel the Vegan, you'll find me there.
Such a brand.
Thank you, Miguel, for coming here. Thank you for accepting our invitation. And see you soon.
Thank you.